Hello everyone, my name is Ivo and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. You know what you get when you combine lemons with clementines and alcohol? You guessed it, Climoncello. And that's what we're going to make right now. Easy to make, very easy. There's a little bit of time involved, rest time, but the amount of work involved, minimum. So let's get started right now. First thing we have to do, and this is a very simple process, you just remove the skin from the lemons. And we're also going to remove it from the clementine. Now, here's the key. All you want is just the skin. You can see here, all you see is yellow, and then on the back side, all you see is yellow. You want to avoid getting the white pith as much as possible, because that white pith, you see the white there that's left on the lemon, that makes your limoncello, or in this case, Climoncello, bitter. So take your time, not a lot of pressure, and just one by one, remove a nice thin slices and just take the skin off all the lemons and off all the clementines. Okay, let's do that. We'll come right back at you. And actually, while I'm doing this, I'm just going to show you the technique. I am using a potato peeler, just with very little pressure, and then kind of almost like you're using a knife with the back and forth motion, and you'll get yourself a nice lemon peel. So just kind of like a knife, back and forth, and you'll get a real nice lemon, as opposed to doing it like you do a potato and just pulling right towards you. I find that this, let's call it the saw technique, works really, really well. And in case you're wondering, the clementines are even easier to peel. Again, same process, using the back and forth sawing technique. I just work my way around the clementine, very, very little pressure. You don't want the pith, you just want the skin. And they come off in much larger pieces. And the benefit of the larger pieces, folks, is that it makes it easier to filter when it comes time to filtering this. So this one looks like it's going to come off all in one piece. And look at that. Beautiful. Again, no pith on that, just orange peel. And if I didn't mention it, I am using organic. If you can get organic lemons, by all means use organic lemons. You can use regular lemons as well, but organic are better because there's no sprays or pesticides. And the other thing is, regardless of what lemons you use, or clementines, make sure you just wash them and scrub them, because these skins are going to sit with alcohol. So you want them to be as clean as possible. So I scrubbed these before I started. Okay, so one more to go. So there we have it. And in case I didn't mention, I've got 4 clementines and 8 lemons. So now a couple of things. These 4 clementines, that's my snack for tomorrow. They'll be eaten. The lemons, what we like to do, Laura and I, we like to take the juice from each of these lemons, put it in an ice cube tray, put it in the freezer, and freeze them. And then when you want to make lemon water, you just take one of those cubes or 2 of those cubes, add them to your water, and you've got a beautiful fresh lemon water. So that's what I'm going to do with these lemons. And with these beautiful skins that we have, all you do is put them in a container, and you're going to need, a tight lid. So in a container they go. Don't want to lose any, put that skin in there. And now we are going to add alcohol. This is an Everclear. It's 190 proof alcohol. It's 95% alcohol by volume, and it's 750 milliliters. And we're going to add this entire bottle to our lemon and clementine skins. So we get that added. Pour it right in. So make sure your container will hold at least 1 liter or 1 quart. This one obviously will hold 2 liters or 2 quarts, so it's plenty big. Okay, and then quite simply, with your container, whatever container you have, you want a nice tight seal. So a nice tight seal, there we go. Step 1 is now done. How easy is that? You take 4 skins from 4 clementines, the skins from 8 lemons, avoid the pith, add to a container, add 750 milliliters of your alcohol, and now we just let them sit. They got to be covered, so I may have to push them down just a little bit because I see there's a couple skins sticking up, but we're going to now let this rest for 5 weeks. 5 weeks in a cool, dark place. If you don't have a cool, dark place in your house, like a cantina or something like that, refrigerator works fine. And then throughout that 5 weeks, once a week minimum, give it a shake. 2 times a week, 3 times a week, even better. But don't sweat it, at least once a week, just give it a shake and let it sit in a cool, dark place for 5 weeks. And in 5 weeks, we'll come back and we'll do the next step, which is just as easy as our first step. So here we are, 6 weeks later, 1 extra week, but that's okay. Our Climoncello is resting very nicely. So what I did earlier is I made a simple syrup using 917 grams of water and 917 grams of sugar, 1-to-1 ratio. Put the water on the stove, heated it up, added my sugar, gave it a good stir. Don't let it come to boil, just get it to the point where you can get it all melted in there, and when it's done, your water should look nice and clear. So I have my simple syrup, and then very important, let it cool. This was earlier today, it's cooled and ready to go. So, the moment of truth, what we've been waiting for. Okay, now before I put that in, I have a screen here, right here, but I'm going to add 250 milliliters of Everclear. Okay, and if you remember, we started off with 750 milliliters here, so we have a yield of 1 liter. And now I'm going to use just a strainer, and look at this. I don't know if you can make out that color, but it's a beautiful, beautiful color. Wow. Okay, we're going to pour that in. Get that all in there. Okay, nice big pieces, nice big chunks. Let that drain. Perfect. All right. So, now that we've done that, we're going to add our syrup. And with the amount of syrup that I made, we are going to end up with a yield of 38% alcohol. That's based on how much Everclear we used and how much syrup that we're using. And again, the syrup is very, 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 very easy to make. Okay. Oh boy. I'm looking forward to tasting this. I guess I could pour it in, but typically when I pour it in, I sometimes lose a little, so I don't want to lose any of this syrup. So I'm just taking my time. Okay. Look at the color of that Climoncello. Wow. Alright, now I think I'll pour. Let's pour that in. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so now that that's done, look at that Climoncello right there. That deserves a quick photo. I'm happy. I got my photo. Okay, so I like to save my limoncello bottles, although this is Climoncello, and reuse them. So this is one of my favorites from Ravello, and I'm going to pour some in. And now I already screened it originally, but I have a real fine mesh screen here that I'm going to use. And if you want to get real picky, you could use coffee filters. You'll need a lot of filters and a lot of time, but it'll be clear. I'm not that concerned about it, so this fine mesh filter that I'm using right here is going to be perfectly fine for what I want. Alright, let's get this bottle filled. Oh, look at the color. Unbelievable. Almost there. Let's bring it up a bit. Well, we're going to stop because I'm not going to fill the others yet, because I want to do the taste test. Now, speaking of taste test, ideally, This is only going to get better with time. Yes, you can drink it right now, it's not a problem. But be patient. Let it sit for at least another 4 weeks. If you let it sit 4 more weeks, it's going to really come into its own. And then of course after that, the longer the better. But having said that, we're not going to wait. We're not going to wait the 4 weeks because we need to do a taste test of our beautiful. Look at the color, folks. Look at that color. Isn't that nice? Beautiful. Okay. This is to you and your health and nothing but happiness. That is dynamite. Oh my goodness. You make this, you'll never buy it at the store again. Wow, and it's only day 1. 4 weeks, it's going to be even better, if that's even imaginable, because right now, it's dynamite. You would drink this today, you would say, I'm not waiting 4 weeks. It's fantastic right now. Just start drinking it. So, I'm going to keep this in the fridge or in the freezer. I like it served chilled. And what a fantastic blend that is with the clementine and the lemon. The flavor, folks, is unbelievable. You are going to absolutely love it. And I really hope you give this recipe a try. And if you do, drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. Wherever you're tuning in from, I want to thank you for spending time with me on today's episode of Cooking with the Koyas. And until next time, buon appetito and salute.